Hello and welcome back to the Ray Law International channel. Normally, this video would be about immigration, me sharing my experience and wisdom with you to overcome immigration barriers so you can bring your key employees or family to the US. However, today's video really doesn't have much to do with US immigration, but there is an immigration undertone, which I will leave for you to discover. So if you're looking for immigration insight or the latest immigration news, please check out one of our other videos on a topic that interests you. This video was inspired by the Ray Law International staff, the best immigration staff in the world. But to really understand how I was rejected from the US Tokyo Olympics, I have to provide you with a little background. Originally, I thought it would be a great father-son event, but unfortunately, my son was not selected as a volunteer, and I was. At the time, that was a real disappointment for both of us. We will go to Japan together again. It just won't be to volunteer in the Olympics. This adventure started in the fall of 2018, way before COVID-19 came on the scene. So this whole journey started with the goal of attending a once-in-a-lifetime event in Japan, sharing it with my son. As you can imagine, doing this long-term could lead to some serious health issues. But for a week or two and getting some extra sleep on the weekends, it all works out. So continuing on, after being selected as a volunteer, we had online training and in-person training. While in Japan in October 2019 celebrating a friend's birthday, I had the opportunity to attend an in-person training session in Tokyo. That is when it really got exciting, to be there with hundreds of other volunteers, everyone passionate and working toward the same goal. It was so inspirational. My training session was all in Japanese, and afterward, I and several other volunteers were taped for a short promotional video explaining why we wanted to be volunteers. I was looking forward to making hundreds of new friends in Japan and from around the world. Well, most of you already know much of the rest of the story. COVID-19 came on the scene, and by January 2020, the Tokyo Olympics was called into question. Then the Summer Olympics was postponed, but they still kept us volunteers engaged, and I truly believe that they expected to have all the volunteers present in 2021. Well, COVID continued on its rampage. The virus went from bad to worse. First, it was no foreign spectators. Then it came no foreign volunteers. Rejection. Now, I understand and know the seriousness of this virus. I've had uncles who have gotten the virus and one did not survive. I continue to see former friends and classmates get and suffer terribly from this virus. However, I guess I was confident that I would be vaccinated prior to the Tokyo Olympics and that the games would still be able to be held safely. I tend to be optimistic even in spite of all the challenges and obvious obstacles. Well, I want to know what you think and how you feel. Should vaccinated foreign fans and volunteers be permitted to attend? I know there are many people out there on both sides, and each of you have your valid points. I know that perhaps the majority of Japanese themselves would prefer that the games not happen this summer. Even beyond the financial costs and loss of business, it has to be tough and challenging for the athletes. We have clients who will be participating in the games this summer. While I cannot deny that it is disappointing that I will not have the opportunity to serve as a volunteer, there is a part of me that says so much more could have been done. Additionally, if vaccinated volunteers do not meet a certain safety standard, what will? Weekly Olympic News presents new gut-wrenching problems or disappointments, stripping this glorious, peaceful global event of its true enchantment. Deep down, for the sake of the athletes and my clients participating this summer, I hope that the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics do proceed safely. We know that money and politics often overrides humanity, but perhaps there will be a lot we can cheer about from our sofas this summer. Now, whether you are for or against having the Summer Olympics and Paralympics, I would love to hear your ideas of how things could have been done differently. Was there a way to have fans participate? Could we as a global community have done something differently? What sports will you be watching this summer during the Olympics and Paralympics? We don't have all the answers, but I am sure that there is a lot of wisdom and insight that you can offer. So, in closing, whether good or bad, we always have to find the immigration lining in the story. So, in this immigration situation, we presently have the Japanese immigration authorities not permitting most foreign visitors. Now, the US and many other countries around the world have used and continue to use these same policies. Whether you believe in COVID-19 or not, most countries do, and it will be these nations that will impact our ability to travel internationally. Let's work together as a global community to get rid of COVID-19 so that we can gather internationally and celebrate our future Olympic and Paralympic events. We want to wish the best to all the Olympians and Paralympians in this Summer Games. Thanks for watching.